Hello everybody and welcome back to the video. Today we're going to be ranking your most embarrassing stories. And honestly, I'm not sure why you guys post these. Like just, it's the internet. We've all been in Call of Duty lobbies. Maybe we don't want to tell everyone about the horrible shit we've done. But a lot of you did. So today I'm going to be reviewing those and let's get started. Got my hand stuck up a tampon machine. Now, I'm just a dude, so I don't know what that looks like, but I expect like a blow dryer. Like imagine getting your hand stuck in a blow dryer. If I saw somebody do that, I'd walk in and be like, you fucking idiot, and leave. I wouldn't even help just because I don't know how you do that. But, you know, I'm guessing this is a she. She got her hand stuck up a tampon machine. It took 3 people 20 minutes to get it out. That's even more alarming. You're telling me that tampon machines are death traps? Hell no. Next one is that age-old story. I puked on someone's penis once when I was really drunk. I think you can fill in the rest. And I can, because I actually know a close friend of mine that happened to him. And it was hilarious because he's a very grounded individual and, you know, not a lot of things bother him. So literally we were at a party and he was hosting it. And this girl and him came out of the room and we were all like, yeah. But then he brought us the news. And this is exactly how he worded it. He pretty much said, so she threw up on my doing-a-loing and you know, that wasn't fun. And it was just hilarious because he wasn't like panicking or anything. He literally just told it to us straight. And even years later, we will bring up that story and it's wonderful because it's the day that happened to him and he was just so cool about it. Honestly, props to him because, you know, he didn't make the girl feel like shit. I think they actually hooked up later in life, but just a fun little story. And by the way, if you're feeling uneasy and you're like at a party or a setting where you're drinking a lot, don't even take the risk, you know? It's not worth it for you or the guy because the guy now has whatever on his ding dong and you have a bad story and a bad reputation. So just play it safe, all right? Next one is I was helping my friend flip a house her mom bought. The guys doing the flooring weren't exactly attractive, but one of them had a gorgeous smile. I was like, I'm going to tell him he has a great smile. I looked him dead in the face and out of nowhere proclaim, I like your mouth. I like your mouth? You even said in the message previously that you wanted to say, I like your, what was it, face? No, you have a great smile. I like your mouth. That's crazy. If I ever said that, I would just walk away and never tell anyone, but you decided to do not either of those, I don't think. And I understand like you get nervous sometimes when you're walking up to people, but that is just like, I feel like that's far enough away from what you were trying to say that that's on you. Like, like I wouldn't, absolutely not. My freshman year of college, I raised my hand in a lecture of like 50 plus people and asked to use the bathroom. Just typing that still makes me want to melt into the floor. Yeah, you know, you're in college, you're a freshman. I don't feel like you have to raise your hand at that point. At the same time, I get it's like what's been drilled into us as like children and students in like middle and high school. You always have to raise your hand, which I thought was like the stupidest thing because you have to announce to your class that you gotta blow up the fucking bathroom with a huge shit. And like, why? There needs to be like a bell that in class you can just walk up to, ring it, and they're like, okay, they're going to the bathroom. Like that makes sense, you know? It just makes sense. But definitely don't do that again. And my advice would be to never do that again and just be like, if the teacher has a problem with you going to the bathroom, even in college, which is crazy, I would probably just say to them like, yo, sometimes I have an upset stomach. If I walk out of the class, you know why. All right, next one. This one is actually a little bit long, so bear with me, but I bet it'll turn out great. I was spending the night mid-road trip at this guy's house that I had been dating for a few weeks. Just worked at 2 music festivals back to back, so I'd eaten poorly. I'm standing in his kitchen trying to be all cute and flirty when I feel like this silky, slimy thing seep out of my butt. Okay, pause there. You didn't have to give me all the adjectives. I'll be real with you. You could just say a little bit started leaking out. You know, it just a little sludge from the thunder down under started to leak out, but I didn't need all these adjectives. So I made a graceful and elegant and not at all panicked exit to the basement bathroom, thinking that would be more private, and have the most violent, explosive, ricocheting, Jackson Pollock style shit of my life. Again, with the adjectives, we didn't need that. You understand? Like, I get maybe it's for like hyperbole. I don't even know if I'm using that word right, but like you want to explain that you are holding in a bomb and it's going off, whether you like it or not. I understand that, but that is just crazy choices of words. If I had any more power behind that thing, I would have launched myself across the room. This goes on for a disturbingly long time, my soul not so silently leaving my body. Yeah, sometimes, you know, we've all had shits like that. We've been there. You know, it's not fun, especially if you're at somebody's house that you admire or you crush on. Like that's not fun at all. But again, you could have probably explained the story a little bit better. Actually, you know what? No, this is a violent shit and you've made it clear. I'm on board with you now. Let's keep going. As things quiet down, I can hear clearly my guy and my friend whispering upstairs, "Do you think she's okay?" Turns out the vent in the downstairs bathroom was basically connected to the kitchen. Oh no, they heard it. They heard the bomb go off and more or less echoed like a shotgun opera into the room above. And then I found out I had E. coli. Fun day. Okay, that's crazy. That just sent me for a loop. Honestly, I don't even know if I can go on after this one. That was, but saying the most violent, explosive ricocheting, like it was bouncing around. Like there was so much force that it literally just defied physics and bounced up back into your ass. But definitely, I hope you're friends with these people. I hope that you were just like, oh, I was violently throwing up. Hopefully you had a few shots beforehand. You can get out of that lickety-split. I ran cross country in high school. I would lead stretches, meaning that both the boys and girls teams were circled around me. A buddy came up and de-pantsed me and grabbed too many layers. Oh God, I feel like that was my worst fear growing up in school because I knew when I was way younger, some people who would just pants you and they wouldn't like grab your underwear, but they would pants you and it'd be like funny, but they would do it around like girls too. 2 guys. And I told them, I was like, dude, if you pants me, I'm gonna send you to heaven same day shipping. Like Bezos, baby. I ain't playing around with that. Absolutely not. Especially in front of girls. You can't do that in front of girls. What if something slips out? At least the girls team got the rear end and the guys got the front. I don't think I've ever been truly embarrassed since. Honestly, that's probably the best you could have hoped for because like if the girls saw the front side, you would never hear the end of that. They would probably just call you like Tiny Penis Timmy for the rest of the year. I will say having the guys see your doing-a-loing is a much better scenario. And the last one we got here is easily the time I was breakdancing in drama class in grade 11 and kicked a girl in the face. I'm sorry, you're a junior and you were breakdancing in drama class? I was never in drama class, but I'm pretty sure you don't perform like you're in a Step Up movie in drama class. What are you talking about, man? Why were you breakdancing in the first place? And the fact that you were breakdancing so well, you kicked a girl in the face, meaning you were doing like some handstand, tornado, whirlwind type of maneuver. Honestly, kind of impressive, I'm not gonna lie. I'll give you the benefit of the doubt for that, but don't do that. Like, don't breakdance in class and kick girls' faces. I think we can all agree on that. But that was it for today's video. I hope you did enjoy these embarrassing stories. I know I did. There are a few that was just kind of hurt my brain to read out. But if any of you have your own embarrassing stories to contribute, please leave them in the comments below. And I'm pretty sure I'll do another part of this series because it was amazing to read all these stories. I'm loving it. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, please like and subscribe, and come back for the next one. I'll see you then.